Hi YouTube. I just did a video earlier about the Resin Hearts doll convention, and I had Kishi out just to be my dolly companion for the video. So I figured since I already had her out and I'm already talking to you guys, I might as well make another video to talk about her. So like my video about Ringo, I mentioned that Kishi was part of his fan club and part of one of the original dolls that I got in the collection. So she came to me in about 2007. So she's one of my oldies. But she is an Angel Region Amy. And I'm not entirely sure, but I bought her used on the marketplace. I'll say that 90% of my doll collection is secondhand. I don't know what it is about secondhand dolls, but I love them, and they always tend to come home. I also have a thing for dolls that have been in the marketplace for a really, really long time. Like, if I see them for a really long time, and they have remotely aesthetic things that I like, I end up buying them. They come home. They tell me they need me, and they come home. It's kind of a bad habit, and kind of the reason why I have such a large collection that I do. But yes, so this is Kishi, and like I said, she's an Angel Region Amy, A-M-I, and I don't know what it was about her original owner's pictures, but I fell in love with her sweet little face, and this is her default face up. If I remember correctly, she was a limited edition Beauty White that wasn't normally offered at the time of her creation. And I think this is a little doll heart outfit. I don't remember, and I think it was meant for boys or something. But I thought it was super cute on Kishi, and the stockings are always falling down. And I don't think the boots are doll heart. But, so Kishi is technically my second doll to be purchased, but she was my third doll getting home. I actually got Joan home before I got Kishi, because she was on a long layaway, because she was, at the time, one of my most expensive dolls, because she came with a large wardrobe and wigs and everything. So she was the perfect starter doll. Like I said yesterday in my, or the other day in my story, she doesn't want to stand up for some reason. When I was talking about Ringo, Kishi shows up to Haven Way, and they kind of, like, I'm not entirely sure if she's a princess and she's in hiding, and they've sent her there to be anonymous amongst the rest of the world, so nobody knows where she's at, or if she runs away from home, or what. But she ends up in Haven Way, and, of course, Ringo takes her in, and she becomes the original member of the Ringo fan club. She's basically a spoiled little princess. She's timid, she complains a lot, but she's also very sweet. She likes to try cooking to pay Ringo's kindness back. She likes to help clean, but she also gets tired easily, and, you know, just like a princess would. She is the reigning champ of cuteness in my household. Very few have ever come close to topping her adorableness. So, I always call her the Princess of Cute. She has a body blushing, I believe, from a face-up artist that no longer does face-ups on DOA, and I would have to do some serious digging to find, like, who originally did her face-up or anything like that. And in this lighting, since she's beauty white and this lighting casts a yellow tone, it's really hard to tell, but she's got a cute little manicure, blushed little hands, and even her toes, which obviously you can't see, are blushed, and she's got the cutest little feet ever. Next to Delph feet, she's got the cutest feet. But honestly, I never wrote too much of her story, and that actually surprises me. I just love her. She's just adorable, and I had to have her the second I saw her in the marketplace, and I was lucky that her original owner decided that they would do layaway with me. Because I don't know what I would have done if I had to miss out on her. So I guess it would be kind of interesting to be able to try and write a story, like a more complicated story for her. So I'd probably put her on the list of dolls that need a little more story. But at the same token, if she doesn't have a story, that's okay too, because she's definitely one of the dolls that would never leave my collection, just because I love her just the way she is. And I always did love her the way she is. And she's just special because she's adorable, and because I loved her. And I love her. So I guess she doesn't have a terribly interesting story, other than she's number 2 in the Haven Way story, and she's the original founder of Ringo's fan club. Like, I perfectly imagine her to secretly watch Ringo while he does chores around the Haven Way, peeking around corners and watching him sweep, and trying to get some of the other members to show her how to, like, bake cookies or something for her secret appreciation of his kindness to her. But she doesn't want to flat out say thank you. Because, you know, she's a spoiled princess and people are supposed to do things for her. She's not supposed to do menial tasks and things like that. So she doesn't want to appear like she should be able to cook and clean and do things. But she ends up doing it anyways. Because she wants to show Ringo, out of the kindness of her heart, that she wants to just say thanks. As far as residents of Haven Way that do exist and who are not going to not be a part of Haven Way, her best friend, I guess, would be Oranda, which I can make another video. I actually do have her here. I suppose I could walk over and grab Oranda. And you'll have to excuse the mess in the background. My bedroom is always a mess, and it tends to be the best place to take videos where I don't have to rearrange half the house to do it. So, this is Oranda. And Oranda is a goldfish spirit. And she's got a goldfish somewhere on here. And she is from a company that until recently I thought was defunct and no longer with us. But apparently the company still exists. She is an RML head. Or Real Missing Link was the original. I'm trying to pick her hair up. Real Missing Link. And I believe her mold name was MF20, I think. She is modded. One of her original owners modded her eyes further open. But Oranda here has an interesting little history. When I first got in the hobby, in and around the time I adopted Kishi and Ringo, I saw Oranda's head in the marketplace. Or maybe she was a full doll, because I think originally she was on a Dollmore kid body. And at the time, Real Missing Link did not make bodies. And she's on a Volks MSD body, by the way. And I really liked the head, but I waffled on it for a while, and it got sold. And I kicked myself because she got sold. But the interesting story behind Oranda is that she popped up in the marketplace again. I was still broke. Couldn't afford her. She got sold. She popped up in the marketplace again. She got sold. She popped up in the marketplace about 6 times in the span of when I first discovered her existence. And when I finally was able to purchase her from a very sweet DOA user who was ecstatic when I said I wanted to buy her, I think she had gone through 6 owners. And that's not including if the original owner that I had originally seen was the original owner. So, poor little Oranda got passed around. And so she's one of the other dolls that I probably wouldn't sell just because I'd feel bad. She doesn't need to be passed around anymore. She does have little elf ears. They're really, really quite cute, but they're hard to see because I cut a hole in her wig to let her little adorable ears peek out. But, yeah. So Oranda, as you can see, has got the whole goldfish theme going on. She's a goldfish spirit. And by the way, her adorable face-up, well, I did her face-up, but Parachan, and it's really hard to see in this video, did all the lovely, shiny goldfish scales that are all over her body. Parachan did a, there's some scale work there. She actually has a heart on her butt. And she's the one who did all the body blushing and restringing and did an amazing job because I wanted Oranda to have a special body when I finally found the body for her. Because originally she was on a DoD kid body before they went over to the new style. But anyways, so Oranda, and I guess I should bring Kishi over again. These two are BFFs. BFFs. And Oranda's a goldfish spirit. And Oranda's kind of like Ringo. She's a happy-go-lucky character, but she's also very clumsy and goofy. But her specialty, I guess, seems to be cleaning. She's definitely the cleaning lady of Haven Way. She follows Ringo around, she cleans house, she cooks, she bakes. Kishi gets her to go, hey, teach me how to bake cookies, because I want to tell Ringo, but I don't want to tell him. Nobody needs to know that I am actually a softie. So Oranda's cute and bubbly, super shy. She's very timid. She's always worried about all sorts of things. She's a worrywart. But she's a sweetie, and she's the other heading member of the Ringo fan club, along with Yukiko, the little ghost I was telling you about in the last video. So, yes, Ringo has a big fan club of mostly girls. He's a ladies' man, apparently. So, these are the two original MSDs in my family, if you don't count Joan, because she's no longer with me. And by the way, Joan was a mini Supia... Yes, not Yisol. The happy one, Yan. And I parted ways with her mostly because she was a much more realistic sculpt. And second of all, because when Supia first came out, they only did French resin. And while I loved the French resin and it photographed pretty well, she was really, really, really yellow, like the yellow from this light casting in this room. It was kind of crazy, and eventually I fell out of love with her. Which is a shame, because I still really like the doll. So who knows, maybe in the future, Joan will come back. I've tried reshelling her. It hasn't worked. So, this is Ringo's original fan club, along with Yukiko. There's a couple of other ones, like I have a USD Renjimaru girl, whose name Haruhi. And Haruhi is also part of the fan club, but she's like a tomboy. She likes dressing in pants and getting into mischief. But yeah, so I guess this video is kind of long already, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and yeah. So as a recap, the blonde is an Angel Region Amy, and her name is Kishi. And the brunette is my real Missing Link MF20 head. She's modded, her eyes are bigger. She's a little elf fairy head. And she's on a Volks MSD body, which is super nice because Parachan did an amazing job restringing her. It's been years since she visited Peachan, as I call her. And she still poses amazingly, and her blushing job is amazing, and it's really cute. I'll have to put pictures in another video so you guys can see all the nice things that Parachan did. And yeah, that's everything. These are my favorite little MSD girls. So I guess without further ado, this is another good night, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try and answer them. If there's anybody in my collection you would specifically like to see or hear about, feel free to leave a comment in the sections below. Subscribe to see more videos, because I'm trying. As you can see, I've been posting like crazy. I guess that whole honesty thing gave me a boot in the butt to be more honest and just enjoy it and make more videos, and I'm actually having a really good time with it. So it's nice to be able to enjoy it and share things with you guys, and you guys seem to actually be enjoying it, so I'm excited. And it makes me happy, and it makes me something to look forward to after a really stressful day, because I have a really stressful job, so it's stressful and boring. I count things for a living. I do inventory control, so it's not a glamorous job. So, yep, with that being said, I guess I'm going to say goodnight, and the girls will say goodnight too. So, goodnight.